Okay, welcome, Peter. Welcome to this our ongoing KP astrology class, and today is the ninth, I think, ninth class. Okay,
Correct. Yes, sir.
so without wasting any further time, already quite a lot of time has been wasted.
Yep.
We just I'll start sharing the screen, okay, with you, right
Yes,
then.
sir. Yep.
Okay, okay. When it comes, you let me know. Okay,
Yep.
is it
Yeah,
has
it's coming. Yeah, it's coming up, sir.
has it come up?
Yeah, it's come up, sir.
Okay, example of the Mahadasha lords delaying marriage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because of their sublords,
Okay, sir.
the sublord of the Mahadasha lord. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
delaying marriage. Can you hear me clearly? Because I don't know. I'm not very sure about the sound, quality of the sound.
Yeah, I can hear it clearly, sir.
You can hear clearly. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. Okay, so now here's a chart. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now Venus is the sublord. Okay, of the seventh.
Mm-hmm.
Reading. Okay, I'm reading from here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Venus is sublord of the seventh,
Mm-hmm.
signifying second. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Venus is the sublord of the seventh house. It
Mm-hmm.
is signifying the seventh house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is one of the significators of the seventh house.
Mm-hmm.
So, so marriage is promised. Okay,
Okay.
in
Yep.
those days, marriageable age of girls started from 18. There is a chart, it's a very old. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
18 onwards. So Mahadasha was over by June 1972.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when the girl completed 20 years of age. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Rahu being a node
Mm-hmm.
you mean, Rahu and Ketu, they are called nodes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
represents represents Saturn, which
Mm-hmm.
is a full significator of the seventh.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because it is untenanted. Saturn is untenanted.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and untenanted, and then it is the sublord of the seventh house. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it becomes a full-fledged. Uh, 1 minute. Well, yes. So represents sublord. Yeah, Rahu represents Saturn. Okay, which is
Mm-hmm.
the full significator of the seventh, being
Mm-hmm.
untenanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Rahu could not give marriage
Mm-hmm.
because because of its sublord Saturn. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yet Rahu could not give marriage because of its sublord Moon. Sorry, Moon,
Oh,
which
okay, sir.
signifies 6, 9, 10.
Okay. Uh-huh.
All marriage denying houses.
Yes,
All
sir.
marriage denying houses. Okay. Rahu Mahadasha was followed by 16 years of Jupiter Mahadasha,
Okay, sir.
which also could not give marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is promised, but as we discussed, at times what happens is, even when marriage is promised,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the Mahadasha may not, the native may not come
Yeah.
across a Mahadasha, favorable Mahadasha
Yes, sir.
in his or her life.
Uh-huh.
So what happens is Rahu Mahadasha was followed by 16 years of Jupiter Mahadasha,
Uh-huh.
which also could not give marriage.
Got it. Okay.
Jupiter is in the second house, in
Mm-hmm.
the star of Ketu. Okay, in
Mm-hmm.
the star of Ketu, sitting in sixth, a
Mm-hmm.
marriage negating house.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah, 6.
its sublord is also Ketu. Its
Mm-hmm.
sublord is also Ketu,
Mm-hmm.
which being a node represents Sun,
Mm-hmm.
owner of seventh house, but
Okay.
with a planet sitting in the seventh house, so
Mm-hmm.
not signifying seventh very strongly. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when there's another planet sitting, so it is not signifying the seventh house very strongly. Ketu is in its own star
Mm-hmm.
and sitting in sixth. Ketu is in its own star and sitting in, so signifying sixth very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
It's sitting in its own star. and sitting in the 6th house.
Mhm.
So Ketu has a very strong signification of the 6th house. So in this, what are we talking about? Yeah, Jupiter is in the 2nd house in the star of Ketu, sitting in the star of Ketu, sitting in 6th, a marriage negating house. Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
Its sublord is also Ketu. Jupiter's sublord is also Ketu, which being a node represents sun, owner of 7th. But with a planet sitting in 7th, so not signifying 7th very strongly. And at the same time, Ketu is in its own star. It is sitting in its own star in the 6th house. So signifying 6th house very, very strongly. 6th is what? 6th is a marriage
Okay.
negating house. Okay.
Mhm.
Which being node represents planet sitting is 7th, so not signifying, whereas Ketu is in its own star and sitting in 6th, so signifying 6th very strongly, and thus not allowing Jupiter
Uh-huh.
as its sublord to allow marriage. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
Next was Saturn Mahadasha from 1988.
Uh-huh.
Saturn is in the sub of Mercury. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That means Saturn is in the sub of Mercury,
Mhm.
which owns 5th and 8th.
8. Mhm.
Is in its own star,
Mhm.
sitting in 2nd, thus allowing marriage. The girl got married in August 1988 at the age of 36.
36.
Very delayed marriage.
Very
You know,
delayed.
so this is how, although marriage is promised, but
Mhm.
since the Mahadasha lords,
Mhm.
since the
Okay.
Mahadasha lords were not very favorable, tilted towards marriage. Marriage did not take place in two big Mahadashas
Yes,
of
sir.
Rahu, which runs for 18 years,
Mhm.
and then followed by Jupiter, which runs for 16 years. So in those days, this is a horoscope. This is a very early age, some
Yes,
horoscope. Okay.
yes, sir.
So in those days, now of course the marriageable age of girls has also shifted.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
When our sisters, like in our family, all our sisters used to get married at the age of 18, 19.
Yep. Mhm.
Those days, 36 was considered to be a
Very
very
late.
big age for marriage. And this is how Mahadasha Lord denied marriage. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yep. Mhm.
Just let me see why this thing is here. It should be on top. This thing should be here. And uh, just once. And this is, this is a new laptop, so problems are slightly. Because spitting is slightly out. It's leaving the screen.
Yeah.
Side, this writing, it's getting the
Yeah, it's a little bit too big. And I can't see the lower part.
little bit too big. I'll have to adjust all this. I'll have
Yeah.
to get my son to adjust all this. Let me see. Uh, yeah, I think now it's come. Now is it okay? The writing?
The same still the same. So I cannot see the total, the
Mm.
whole things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Can you see it now?
No, not sir. It's only I think maybe 50-60% of the whole presentation.
But why? But why? I mean, it's in my screen. It's very clear.
Yeah.
Only
What I see right now is only signifying six very strongly and trust not. Ketu is in its own star, sitting in the sixth, so signifying the six very strongly and trust
thus
not. That's it. That's all I
No,
can see.
and no. I'm talking about that. Of course, I'll have to scroll up.
Yeah, yeah,
That I'll have to scroll up.
yeah.
Now,
All
you
right.
know, the right side, you see these letters were
Yeah. On
letters
left
were
side.
outside, it's
Yeah,
outside the screen. So now you see the screen
yeah,
fully.
correct.
So now it's okay. So is this clear now?
Yeah.
What we learned. So and okay, now before I go to the next screen, any concepts that we learned that day, the write up on the rules for marriage. Have you got any questions on that?
On the example of question by Sulesha Rashid, this example, sir.
Okay, then we'll have to go back to that. Okay,
Yep.
let me see. Let me see. Let me see. We'll have to go back to that. What is the question?
The question is about the number. Let me see. My eye is a little bit old. Number 11, sir.
Number 11.
Yeah. Jupiter, Mars, Moon, Venus, Ketu. How did they all come up?
Okay.
Yeah, Jupiter, Mars, Moon.
Have you taken a screenshot of the chart?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
got it
taken?
all. Yeah,
You got a screenshot of the chart?
yeah.
Okay, now number 11.
Yeah.
Okay, now in the Antara of Jupiter,
Mm-hmm.
a number of planets appear as marriage significators. Okay,
Yeah.
Jupiter. Now you have that table of significators. No, you have
Yeah.
taken. No. You take a snapshot again. Okay, now you tell me from that Jupiter, from
Uh-huh.
house significators, which are the houses that Jupiter is signifying? Is it
Uh,
signifying any of the marriage giving houses? Two,
uh,
7.
yeah.
And
Jupiter, uh, Jupiter signify the second house.
now,
It's in the second house, right?
okay, so it can give marriage. Okay. What
Yeah.
about Mars?
Okay. Mar is in. Okay, let me see.
Oh, see that table. See that table straight away.
This one, right?
Yeah, the significator table. Yes, see
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Jupiter is in the
No,
fifth
no, no, no,
house.
no, no.
So Jupiter second
Significant.
house. So Jupiter is
Mars,
second house.
Mars in the significator table is signifying any of the marriage giving houses. Just
Two.
the marriage giving houses.
Second house. Jupiter is second house.
What about Mars?
Mars is in the fifth house.
No, forget the fifth. See 2, 7, 11. Is Mars appearing in front of any 2, 7, 11?
Yeah, Mars is in 7. Yeah.
So Mars is also a significator. Jupiter is also a marriage giving significator. Okay, what is the next planet? Moon.
Moon.
Now, is the moon capable of giving marriage?
Yeah, Moon is signifies 7 house.
Okay. So Venus.
Venus.
What about Venus?
Yeah, Venus is in 2, 7, 11. Okay. Venus is in 7 as well.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Sun?
Sun. Okay. Sun is in 11, sir.
So Sun is also capable. What about Ketu?
Ketu is in 11, sir.
So Ketu is also capable. Saturn?
Yeah. Saturn is in 7, sir.
So
Yeah.
now what is the sentence? You read the sentence.
Yeah.
Read the sentence of number 11.
In the entire of Jupiter, a number of planets appear as a marriage significator, namely Jupiter, Mars, Moon, Venus, Sun, Ketu, Saturn. 7 out of 9 planets appear as a A-level significator.
Now, so now we are talking about now. See the screen. See my
Yes, sir.
cursor.
Yep.
We are talking about Jupiter Antara. See this here.
Mm-hmm.
Antara. Can you see this Jupiter?
Yeah. All Jupiter.
Antara. What is the date? This is from 29/6/2004 up to.
16/7.
We have identified that marriage has to take place between this period, in this period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Mm-hmm.
So, but then now we just saw that out of in the Jupiter Antara,
Mm-hmm.
the sukshma of 7 of these planets
Mm-hmm.
are capable of giving marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
then, but we are seeing the marriage timing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Correct.
And
Yep.
out of 7, we have to eliminate 6.
Yes, sir.
How do we eliminate 6 and choose one as the marriage date? How do we do that?
Ruling planet.
Yeah, that is what you wanted to know, no?
Okay.
How we identified these 7 planets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
get it?
Mhm.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
clear?
yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so then, ruling planets. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we have to see the ruling planets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So next, read now. Read what have.
Yeah. Here is where the divine help of ruling planet come to our aid in
Yeah,
order to help us to eliminate the so-called tempter.
yeah. So from the list of ruling planets,
Uh-huh.
we pick out the strongest ruling planet,
Mhm.
which is also a significator.
Okay,
The
yeah.
strongest ruling planet is Saturn,
Mhm.
which strongly signifies 7th house at
Correct.
the A level. So the sukshma of Saturn is fixed
Mhm.
and is to run up to 27/2004.
Mhm.
Up to the next, put to this, the
Yeah.
tables next to this. We
Yep.
picked out sukshma of Saturn,
So,
okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
which is to run up to 27/2004. Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
Now, on the strength of ruling planets,
Mhm.
out of these 7 planets,
Mhm.
Saturn is supposed to be the strongest significator with the help of ruling planets.
Okay.
Because Saturn appears as the strongest ruling planet.
Mhm.
Now you have to go back to that ruling planet rule. You see, ruling planets I have written here in the middle of the chart. Okay.
Yes,
In
sir.
order of strength, you can
And,
see
yes,
Saturn
sir.
is the strongest, then is Moon, then is Mars, then is Mercury, then
Great.
again Saturn. And
Yep.
Saturn is appearing twice.
Mhm.
So then out of that, then we have to pinpoint the date. Okay, Saturn we have selected. Now again in Saturn, we have to pinpoint a date.
Mhm.
Saturn, the strongest ruling planet we have picked out.
Mhm.
Now you have out of the ruling planets, you have to pick out a ruling planet,
Mhm.
second strongest ruling planet, which is also a significator.
Mhm.
Which is the second strongest ruling planet? From
Moon.
the Moon. Is it a
Mhm.
significator for marriage?
Yeah. Correct. Yep. Mhm.
So
Yep.
we selected this date.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
1/7/2004. We selected this date,
Yes, sir. Okay.
and we said that marriage will take place on this.
Mhm.
And after that, we went to the timing also. Okay,
Mhm.
timing you can forget for the moment. You know, when
Mhm.
we come to transits, then I'll explain to you.
Mhm. Yep. Okay, sir.
Is my voice loud enough and clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now,
Okay, sir.
okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we'll take up
And the
now
example.
another example. Okay.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Is it open?
Yes, sir.
New screen?
Yep. No marriage, no job.
No marriage, no job, no
No
education.
education.
Forget no job education part right now. We are talking about
No
marriage.
marriage.
Our topic is marriage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is a chart.
Mhm.
Okay. Date of birth is 25/8/1956.
Mhm.
Time is 11:55 a.m.
Mhm.
at a place called Patna in India. Okay. Okay. So this is the chart. Okay. 1956. That means what would be his age now?
Oh,
44 and 23.
yeah.
Well past 60. Okay,
Yeah.
still not married. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Now, this is the horoscope of a native belonging to a very well-to-do family.
Uh-huh.
Very well-to-do, very wealthy people. I know them, okay,
Yes,
personally.
sir. Yep.
He could not get an education and never did anything in his life. In spite of favorable dasha periods, he could not finish his education, nor could he do any job or business. He is now almost 65 years old. There are a number of planets signifying 2, 6, 10, 7, 11, yet no job. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yet no job. Why? We'll see the reason why no job. Okay? No job, no marriage. Okay. For a job or business, the 10th cuspal sublot should be a significator of any of the houses 2, 6, 10, and 11. This we study when we come to a job. The same thing. The principle is the same. If this is not the case, the person will not do anything in his life. Marriage. The native is also not married till date. Even after favorable dashas and antardashas have come and gone. Why? The 7th cuspal sublord has no connections at all with 2, 7, 11 directly or indirectly. Now you see for yourself. See this, which is the who is the 7th cuspal sublord?
7 cuspal sublord is Saturn, sir.
Okay. Now see the significations of Saturn in this right side on this significator tables.
No.
What is Saturn signifying? Is it signifying any of the houses 2, 7, 11?
It's not in 2 for sure. 7 also is not in 7 Saturn.
Okay.
11 also no Saturn.
No Saturn.
Yep.
Who is the sublord of Saturn? We have to check with the sublord also. At times,
sublord of Saturn is the same. Saturn itself.
So Saturn is not signifying any of the marriage giving houses.
Correct. 2, 7, 11.
So in spite of dashas and mahadashas of marriage giving significators coming in his life,
yes, sir,
he could not get married. Why? Because the sublord of the 7th house, it does not have any connections directly or indirectly. Directly or indirectly with any of the marriage giving houses.
Okay, I see. Yep.
So this person could never get married in his life.
I see, sir.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, this is a very good example.
Yeah. And same thing, job again. Okay. For a job business, the 10th cuspal sublord. Business, the combination is 2, 6, 10. Okay. Like marriage, it is 2, 7, 11. Job, the combination is 2, 6, 10.
Okay. Yep.
Business, the combination is 2, 7, 10. Okay. 10 is common. 10 is for profession. It can be a business or it can be a job. So for a job or business, the 10th cuspal sublord should be a significator of any one of the houses 2, 6, 10 or 11. If this is not the case, the person will not do anything in the house in his life. Who is the 10th cuspal sublord?
Saturn, sir.
Saturn again. Saturn does not have any connections with 6, 7, 10, and 11.
Correct. Yep.
So no job, no marriage, no business. The person belongs to a very wealthy family. Okay. So, I mean, he doesn't have any problems of a livelihood as such. Okay. Because his parents are wealthy, his family is wealthy. So even if he's not doing anything, he's okay. I mean, he did try his best. They tried their best for getting him married, but it could never go through. So this is a very classical example.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. I see.
It's a very classical example.
Yep.
And very simple to follow. This is an example where you can see it very simply. I'll read out the whole thing once again. This is the horoscope of a native belonging to a very well-to-do family. He could not get an education and never did anything in his life. In spite of favorable dasha periods. Okay, in spite of favorable Mahadasha and Antardasha periods, he could not finish his education, nor could he do any job or business. He is now almost 65. This chart I must have, analyzed some 2-3 years back. So he is now almost 65. There are a number of planets signifying 2, 6, 10, 7, and a number of planets that are signifying 2, 6, 7, 10, 11. But the sublords are not supporting.
Correct. Yeah.
Unless and until the sublords are support, this, this significator table is useless.
Yep.
Okay. This is the crux. This is the crux of KP.
Okay.
The importance in KP, if you read his books or books written by his followers, by his students, they say, sublord is the king.
Yeah.
In KP, sublord is the king. So both the planetary sublords and the cuspal sublords, they are very, very important. And the sublord of the cuspal sublord is also very important, which none of the astrologers will discuss online in their online classes. There is only one customer. I'm sorry. None of the astrologers will discuss. There's only one astrologer whose books I think I've told you in the past, K. Subramaniam. He has written 3 books, 3 series of 3 books, 1, 2, and 3. What is the name? Sublord Speaks.
Okay, yeah.
Sublord Speaks. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. By K. Subramaniam. You'll find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yep. He is the only astrologer who says the sublord of the sublord also has to be strong in order to give results.
Yep.
Okay. This is clear, no? Clear.
Yeah, clear. Sir, but only one question.
Yeah.
In spite of favorable Dasha period,
yeah.
How do we know it's favorable Dasha period from this example? How do we know?
Favorable Dasha period? Okay, now you tell me.
Yeah.
Which are the significators for marriage? Say, for example, one. You tell me which are the favorable planets for planets. You tell me which are the planets for marriage.
Okay.
2, 7, 11. You tell me 2, 7, 11.
Okay, Jupiter.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
No, you see the A level. You tell me the A level.
The A level, okay.
Mars, Sun,
and
Moon. Okay. So he was born in 1956. So from 1956, if you see, Sun Mahadasha also came. 1956 plus say about 25 years.
Okay.
So that would make it about 56 plus 25 would make it what? 81. So look at this chart 81 onwards, okay? So Venus would have been there in 81, okay?
Yeah.
So what does Venus signify? Venus signifies 10th house, okay? So he should have got a job in the 10th, in the Venus Mahadasha. Venus also signifies the 2nd house. So 2 and 10, Venus Mahadasha is for 20 years. And in that, for a job, Mars Antardasha would have also come. But he never got a job. He never did any business. Why? Because the sublord of the 10th house is not supportive of
2, 6, 10.
Yeah. And
7, 11.
Unfortunately, the same sublord is also the sublord of the 7th house. And it is not connected with the marriage giving houses also. So marriage is ruled out, job is ruled out. Nothing, he could do nothing in his life.
Back again, favorable Dasha, you say Sun, that you just previous, can you point at A level? I can see the A level. You mean in the
A level is this. Here it is written here, no? See,
A level. So it's sun, right? Can you say again? It's sun.
Sun is the A-level significator of the seventh house.
And
Mars is the A-level significator of the second house because there are no planets in
yeah,
A and B. No,
yeah, yeah.
Mars becomes its A-level means is strongest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there are no planets in the first two columns, then the third column planet becomes the strongest significator of the
Okay.
house against which it appears.
Okay.
This is, you have to practice this and make an imprint in your mind. You read books, practice. AP, real practice is required because you have to master this table, You have to get the concept clear in your mind. What is meant by an A-level significator simply means the strongest significator.
Yeah. Okay. At any level in the house.
Yeah. Like see now, say for example, let us take the seventh house. All these four columns are filled up.
Yeah.
So sun is the A-level.
A level. Yeah.
Suppose this was blank. Suppose the A-level column was blank. Then Ketu would have become
A level.
You get my point, no?
Yeah. Okay.
That's how it. That's how it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So at the fourth house, Mars become an A level.
Sorry.
At the fourth house. Okay. On the fourth house, Mars become the A level.
Yeah, fourth house, Mars becomes the A level.
11th house.
A level or the strongest significant. Let us. Yeah. 11th house, tell me.
Moon.
Moon is the strongest.
Okay. I see.
Okay.
Yep.
So you have to just see the table.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. Is the voice clear? Voice is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is clear, no?
Yes, sir. No problem, sir. Yep.
This I think we have done.
Yes, sir.
This I think we have done.
Yep, we just done it. Yeah.
Okay, this is another. No, let it come first. Has it come?
Yeah.
Has it come?
Yeah, it's come up, sir.
Okay. Now, let me check. Let me check whether I have. Okay, take a photo of this first. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Take it in your mobile. Take a photo.
Yeah,
because
okay.
when we scroll down, then it does not appear. Just keep it.
Okay. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I got it in my hand.
Yeah, keep it in front of you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No, of this chart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In your mobile, you take a photo of this chart.
Yeah. Already, sir.
Okay. So marriage timing. Okay. Date of marriage was 13/2/2005.
Yep.
Jupiter, Rahu, Ketu, Sun. During Jupiter, Rahu, Ketu, Sun Mahadasha. Now, sublord of the seventh cusp is Venus.
Correct. Yep.
Which signifies second house. So marriage is promised. Now we are seeing whether first we have to see whether marriage is promised or not. So for that, in the last chart we saw that Saturn, being sublord of the seventh house, was not signifying any of the marriage giving houses. So marriage did not take place.
Yep.
Okay. So here first we have to check out whether the sublord of the seventh house is promising marriage. So sublord of the seventh cusp is Venus. Cusp, house are the same thing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sublord of the seventh cusp is Venus, which signifies second house. So marriage is promised. Okay. Now sublord of Venus is moon.
Sublord of Venus is moon.
We have to see the sublord of the planet also. So we have to see the sublord of the seventh house, which is Venus. So who's sublord of Venus? It is moon.
Moon
is signifying 4, 5, 10, and 12.
Moon is 4, Yep.
That
But
you can check from the table of
yep.
significators. Okay.
Yep.
So moon is signifying 4, 5, 10, 12. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Love marriage and some sort of obstruction is indicated. Why? Because
Correct.
moon is appearing, signifying fifth house, and is also signifying 12th house. So some sort of obstruction. 12th house, you know, impediments, obstruction.
Correct.
So love marriage is also indicated. At the same time, there could be 10th is also for marriage. It is a negating house or a disturbing house. Okay, because it is 12 to the 11th house.
Yep.
So a love marriage at the same time with some obstructions, impediments is indicated. Okay. Now, what was the result? It was a love marriage with obstructions, oblique disturbances.
Yep.
Now, analysis. Jupiter Mahadasha started in 2003
Okay.
when the girl was in her 23rd year, which was considered marriageable age in those days. Okay.
Yep.
Jupiter oblique Jupiter was to run up to 3/4/2005. Okay. 3/4/2005. By which time she would have been 25. It was assumed that marriage should come about in this period. Okay. Because those days 25 was quite a bit of some age. Okay. So Jupiter, the Mahadasha Lord, is in the star of Sun.
Okay. Yep.
Which is in the 8th house. So signifies 8th, which is not negative for marriage. Okay. 8th does not deny marriage. It could indicate obstructions or etc. It is not deny. It does never denies marriage. Remember, even in Vedic, if you remember, 8th house, we said, in fact, 8th house is considered one of the marriage related houses in Vedic astrology. Okay. Here also marriage is not denied. Okay. So Jupiter, the Mahadasha Lord, is in the star of Sun, which is in the 8th house. So signify 8th house, which is not negative for marriage. The sublord of Jupiter is also Sun. Okay, which is a strong significator of 7, 11, 6. 6th is a negating house, but the signification of 8 and 7 and 11 weighs in favor of marriage. Okay. First, let me read it out. Okay. It was felt that marriage could happen in Jupiter oblique Jupiter itself, as Jupiter was activating 8, 7, and 11. Of course, with obstructions and disturbances. Okay. The involvement of the second house was required.
Okay.
The involvement of the second house was required for completion of the event because combination is 2, 7, 11. Okay. When the girl got employed and marriage negotiations started, it was Jupiter, Rahu. Okay. Rahu, through its star lord moon, was signifying 4th, 5th, and 12th. Okay. 5th is favorable, while 12th is an obstruction. Though it does not deny marriage. Again, 12th also does not. It is supposed to be the house of bed comforts.
Yeah.
So it does not deny marriage. It can be obstructive, but does not deny marriage. Okay. So 4th, 5th, and 12th. 5th is favorable, while 12th is an obstruction, though it does not deny marriage. So in Jupiter, Rahu. 1 minute. Let me take otherwise you lose it. Let me take a cursor. Okay. Again, I'll read from here. It was felt that marriage could happen in Jupiter itself. Can you see the cursor?
Yeah.
As Jupiter was activating 8, 7, and 11. For that, you have to see the table of significators. Okay. Involvement of the second house was now required. Jupiter is giving 8, 7, and 11. 7, 11 it is giving. 8 also it is giving. Second house is required for completing the event of marriage. So we have to look for another planet, which is signifying the second house. It has to join the transaction as such. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The transaction for marriage. That means it has to join Jupiter, Dasha. Okay. Only then marriage will take place. Okay. So, second house, the involvement of the second house was required for completion of the event. When the girl got employed and marriage negotiations started, it was Jupiter, Jupiter, Rahu. Rahu, through its star lord moon, was signifying 4th, 5th, and 12th. Fifth is favorable, as I told you, it indicates love marriage. Fifth is favorable, while 12th is an obstruction, though it does not deny marriage. Okay. In Jupiter, Jupiter, Rahu, the Sukshma of Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu were to follow each other in that order. The Sukshma. So we have identified Jupiter, Jupiter, Rahu. Now we have to see where the marriage will take place. So we have to see the Sukshma Dasha. Okay, where to follow. Ketu being untenanted and sitting in second was a strong significator of the second, hence strong to combine with the other Dasa lords to give marriage. Okay. It was predicted through the use of ruling planets that the marriage could take place during the Sukshma period of Ketu and Pran of Sun. That is very, very Sukshma. Okay. Pran of Sun, which was falling on 16 to 2005. The marriage was solemnized on 13 to 2005, out by 3 days. That does not matter. It can be on account of so many things. Different anamsas, different ephemeris. Okay, even planetary positions, if you see different ephemeris, they are different. Okay, okay. So,
just one question.
one second. The marriage was solemnized on 13 to whenever a period for predicting the timing has to be chosen, ruling planets can play a major role. Yeah, tell me.
Rahu through the star lord of moon.
Yeah.
I can see Rahu star lord is Mercury is not moon.
1 minute, 1 minute. What have I written? Rahu. Where have I written this? Rahu through its star lord moon. Rahu through its star lord moon was signifying 4th, 5th, and 12th. 4th, 5th.
I can't hear you clearly, sir. It was
No. I'm just
the voice was delayed.
I'm just talking to myself. Okay, 1 minute. Oh, sorry. I should have written Rahu through its sublord moon. Okay. Rahu through its sublord moon. Okay.
It's sublord, right?
Uh,
Rahu is sublord.
Rahu through its Rashi Lord moon. Rashi Lord. Okay. Because nodes will also give will give. Where is Rahu sitting? Where is Rahu sitting?
Rahu is sitting with
No. In which zodiac sign is Rahu sitting?
okay. It's in Cancer.
Who is the lord of Cancer?
Moon.
So Rahu and Ketu will also give the result of
moon.
So this is a misprint. Okay.
So
it should be through. It has to be through its Rashi Lord. Okay.
Yep.
I'll try and make a correction if I can. This is a new computer. Just give me some time.
Yep.
Let me see how to make this correction. Mm. Rahu through its Rashi Lord.
So it Rahu, because Rahu sit in Cancer, right? Which
Yeah. So it will give the results of what moon promises. Okay.
Yep.
Through its now. One second here. I'll have to. This is first time I'm using this computer. So
Okay.
it's I'll make the correction. Okay, I'll make it because I'll have to adjust the size. In that computer, I was used to it.
Yeah.
How to fonts? I have to see how size of the fonts. Where does it appear?
Size is Calabi 48, sir.
One second. Just let me make this correction.
Yep.
It's Rashi Lord. Okay, I'll do it later on. Okay,
Yes, sir. Okay.
I'll correct it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You make a note of it. Okay, you
Yep.
make it. I'll see how it is to be done.
Rahu through it Rasi Lord's moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Because
house block.
moon, yeah, because
House,
Rahu is in Cancer. Okay.
yeah. So it will give all the results. See, we did that chapter on Rahu and Ketu, no?
Yes, sir.
If you
Yeah.
go back in those, in that chapter, you'll find the relevance of this.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So that's how your question is answered. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It is to be supposed to be Rashi Lord or House Lord. You can
Yeah.
call it simply
Yes.
House Lord also. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but let me see how I'm forgetting how this was in the other computer. I was used to it. No. So what is this? Okay. I get it now. Okay. Okay. Good. Where did I just click? Um, Okay. 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've done it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
It's not in bold, but I've done it.
Yep. Mhm.
Through its Rashi Lord Moon. Okay.
Mhm.
I've
Yep.
done it.
Mhm.
Through its Rashi Lord Moon. I'll have to do it now. I'll have to go and do it in bold so that.
Yeah.
But it is understood, no? You
Yeah,
understood.
yeah. Okay. Sir.
Peter, I just have one request to make to you.
Mhm.
AP in comparison to Vedic is
Mhm.
quite complex,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning for some time.
Mhm.
So whatever break you get in between classes.
Mhm.
These days, I don't know, you are getting, I don't know if God is giving you these, forced longer breaks. So you use that time to, please understand this.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of concentration, a lot of hard work is
Yep.
required.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so
Yep.
you have to do that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I
Okay.
think that's it for today. Marriage
Okay, sir.
we still have quite some way to cover. We still
Yep.
have quite a few charts, where
Yes,
we are
sir.
going to discuss marriage.
Yes, sir.
Disturbed marriages and second marriage and multiple marriages.
Yes,
All
sir.
that we have still to discuss.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
See you on Friday.
yeah, see you on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yep.
if all goes well, I'm stopping the recording. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. Namaste, sir.
Okay. Namaste. Bye bye.